Go away. Well, welcome back to Factorio Seablock and TSM. Okay, so what did we do between times? Well, as discussed, I've kind of added a little bit more here. I've actually turned off because they have caught up. I added one more row of the generic recipe that we've been using since the beginning, and I added the iron only production up here. These guys must have run out. They have, because this is turned off. So that's basically got everything back in order. I think the iron is fine again, and copper is fine. We then had a problem with tin not being enough. So I've turned all of these into the Mark II machines. They were the Mark 1s, and we only had 2 of these. I made it 3, so that's like 50% for making these Mark 2s, and then another 50% for adding that one in. So we're like 125% now, more than we were. And I doubled up green circuits. That's actually what stressed out the tin in the first place. It looks like our copper cable is seriously stressed. I moved the RoboPort as far as I could, which is now built out to here, which is not really as far as we need it to be. I wonder if I get rid of that, is that going to get rid of all the rest of the explosives that keep getting ordered? Oh, and we ran out of tech, so we finished all those things. Maybe, what are these? Let's get these science techs. Not sure exactly what it's for, but let's get it. And about this one, also not sure what that is, so we'll just get it. I have this one for higher military stuff, which I'll have to come back to because I need this other special yellow tech. You've got to be quite careful what these all mean. Mining productivity is probably meaningless to me. I'll do more lab research speed. Big burner generator. Nuclear power. I think I'd like to start investigating nuclear power. That's going to take quite a long time for us. Tree arboretum. Probably worth doing. Nitroglycerine. Just a moment. And back. Okay, so yeah, I then noticed that we're completely out of wood. Basically, we need another wood solution because well, I mean, this is kind of mounting up, and we're only getting a handful of wood, and none of it's getting through to here. So even though red circuits, where is red circuits? Yeah, they were running just fine due to this all coming through, but now due to a lack of wood making it through to here, we are having ongoing issues, and the soil was being a bit of a problem as well, so I actually hand moved a bit of the what do they call this stuff? Hang on, let's get out of map mode for a second. The compost. I got a little bit of compost and moved it directly up here myself. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to build another set of 4 of these out here and have some wood come in. That is another option for this one, which will only pick up if there's no wood here for it to pick up. Right? So in preference it will use this one, but if all else fails, it has an alternate option. That's what we need to do, I think. So, oh god. Why don't I start off by getting washing plant 1s and telling them to go away. Washing plant 1s. I want 0 washing plant 1s. Anything else that I really don't need? Carbon. Here that we don't really need, but we really need the next level of armor so that we get another row. Now, did we finish off tech? No, we stopped for some reason. We stopped short for some reason. I was looking at these and umming and ahhing. Tree, I've got that. Did I want nitroglycerin? I don't really need it that much. I don't know if rocket leads to anything useful or follow a robot count. I'm not really sure if that leads. Sniper turrets 2, military 3. Maybe I'll do military 3. Find flammables, stronger explosives. Yeah, we're getting up to where we need the purple science. So, yeah, we need to hurry up. In a word, you hurry up. Is this getting on top of... It might actually be. Starting to. So the issue was really soil, maybe. What's easier? To get these things up here or to get mud down here? Maybe it's easier to get some mud down here, build some soil locally. And try and get that soil added in. I think that actually is probably so. So what we're going to do is... You can move over to there. And I will... Actually, you will go there, and you can pop over there. I actually could use a few more of these. Where's the network again? Takes forever. I might... It's just... Very many yellow belts, but I'm not sure how many I really need. Maybe I'll grab a little bit of that stuff as well. Oh, I made an experiment by turning off this thing to see what would happen. It wasn't good. We completely ran out of the sodium hydroxide and therefore the aluminium, even though we're producing it up the top as well. So I quickly changed my plan on that. Okay, you can go through there. Not get rid of that. Looked like we actually needed it. Okay, so I'm going to end up down around about here. I need to be making soil. An assembly machine 1 probably won't cut it. So let's not use an assembly machine 1. Let's make it an assembly machine 3, why not? Okay, you're going to make soil. I think you can make soil, which is probably one of these things. Soil. Mud and compost. Oh, you can do it with sand and compost too. That's interesting. We'll use the mud and compost one. So that's where I'm heading to. Now, with the soil that we produce, what I would like is to get it over there somehow. And I think the easiest thing to do, well, let's see what side this is going to end up on. Up on the far side, okay. Because we have, this is filling up way too fast, so for one thing we need to empty it out. No, I don't want you doing that. No, that's not actually giving me enough space, so would be better, would be that. Actually on the wrong side of this. How about you drop close? And I pick up everything you've dropped so far. There we go. Oops, I have picked up some mud as well, which we definitely don't want. So I say something about needing immunity, belt immunity, not so long ago. I certainly do. Okay. Now what I might do is also divert some of this like so. So these ones can actually draw directly off here. And that will keep the soil intact. That might be enough. Is this building up? Not really. No, maybe it is, because this is caught up. Yeah, it has actually caught up. So it was, I guess it was more soil. I was going to go and build another row of this stuff, but it doesn't actually appear that we need it yet. So I might hold that one in my pocket. It looks like it's more soil and mud. And maybe if mud's being used here, we'll make less landfill this way. I am going to swipe some landfill though, because I do want to have some landfill on hand. Oh, now the other thing is power. Because we've actually been doing quite a lot, we were getting low on power. So as you can see, there's a lot of non-solid fuel up there, which has gone all the way up to the fuel. That's the way it is. Is that... oh, that's just shadow. I think this is fine on this side. But yes, we've been regularly getting up towards 100 megawatts, which is a lot more than the solar panels produce by themselves. We must be getting towards... yeah, that must be the peak of the solar panels, is about 48. So we're constantly burning some stuff, which we need to be burning some, just getting the right balance. We might have to put some more solar panels down with our current setup. Now, what I really want is probably either I just need another one of these, or I need a Mark II version. Maybe we should have a look. What is the Mark II version? It has a supply area 100 by 100. It's twice, so it would actually be perfect, I think, for our city blocks to be using one of these guys, or fairly close to perfect. I don't know what we need for the... we need a 1. So I need to be able to make those antenna arrays, which is a lot of red circuits, but I've basically fixed the red circuit part of things. I need some batteries. Red circuits and batteries are our main criteria. But yeah, the way this is set up now, should have a decent number of red circuits. So can I build these yet? No. Roboport antenna array. Oh, we need 5. Okay, 1, 2, 5. And hatch door. Hatch door is missing iron. Of course it is. It's bringing me some new stuff. Wonderful. Iron. Iron for a hatch door. Right, I can build one of these now. Now, if I want to build these, I need Roboport antenna array 2s times 5. 4, but 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're short on red circuits again, okay. Red circuits. 5. So, what else? Roboport charging pad 2s, which need batteries. Batteries, where are the batteries? They're up here. Oh. 200 is too many. I'm going to need to give myself some space. Somehow. I don't know when I'd build things. Oh, I definitely don't need lead ingots. Definitely don't need slag. Okay. So we're trying to craft Sky, charging pad 2s. Did we get any batteries or was it impossible? I think it was impossible. Charging pad mark 2s. Okay, we can do them now and we need 4. Yep, 4. 3, 4, and I think we need one of these as well. What's that? What happened to... Already got one. Oh, we need some aluminium plate. That's what we need now. What's this stuff? There we go. So what I want to do is see if this will fix what we're trying to achieve. Alright, we'll just go automatic again. I really need to add like an exclusion or something, or find a way of telling it that we don't need to make explosives. Oh, I think I also boosted up the just want you to stop for now. I changed these to express stack inserters just to speed them up a little bit. Now, if the Roboport was a Roboport, look how much bigger that is. That's just great. So I can go way up there, okay. We move you down slightly. Roboport 2. That then covers the entire area. So that's perfect. One Roboport 2 in the middle is basically all that we need. Why are my robots out? jump back on board. I'll just wait for my robots to come back. So now that we've doubled the area, this is probably going to... Well, it has the ability to refresh. It's 23 minutes if we leave it alone, but if we hit it now, it will have made a new demand. So that's all the rest of the landfill that we need, and a whole lot more explosives, but know that it loves its explosives, so we're not going to entertain its demand for explosives, but it can pick up all the other stuff that it's missing. Right. I can watch it count down a little bit. Hopefully there is enough. Yeah, there should easily be enough in there to deal with the landfill requirement. Thinking if I actually tell it up here to ignore the explosives, that will go away, but we don't have to worry about it too much. The other thing that we could do is I could actually plant this down as sort of an initial kind of starting concept. It's not right for what we want, but it's part of the way, because we're trying to do titanium. Let's look up titanium. We're not looking for that at the moment. We're looking for the titanium ore. Titanium, not powder, ore. Titanium ingot. Let's start with that maybe. You need the sponge, titanium tetrachloride. Titanium ore, that's what we're trying to get to. So yeah, there's this recipe, which was probably what I was initially going to do. Or this one, actually, probably. You get more zinc and nickel and silicon, which we're not that fond of. And there's some variations on those themes. But there's also this one with the hybrid catalyst. So we basically need 3 types of crystal produced, which goes one beyond the chunks. To get to the crystal, you actually need this leaching plant. I don't think I'm building leaching plants yet, so we're going to have to build leaching plants. And the hybrid crystal, catalyst, is basically, we can build the mineral catalyst and we can bring in the crystal catalyst. And that's just a crystallizer, so that's something else that we will have to do. So this is a little bit more complicated than any of our formulas that we've got at the moment. I think we kind of want this setup or something like it. So where are we? We're here. What I might do is what I might do is force the reevaluation of this again. So this is all the stuff that was contained in that blueprint up there. So it needs some rail. It needs those would be things, constant combinators, which I'm going to have to manually build. I don't know what the breakdown between 1s and 2s there is. What have we got there? We've already got big those off then, and put some of those in. 37 poles. Okay. Okay, we need some stations, which we can't do because we don't have electronic circuits. Where's some of the bigger items? 302 belt. Okay. What I really should do... Oh, it's going to keep delivering the stuff, so I can't really... Sticks. You can make it as big as you like. Okay, so... 302 of the very basic belt. Tick. 15. We've already got those. Where? There. Okay, that needs to go up to 20 then. 1. It's set to the constant combinators, so I actually have to do the constant combinators if I want to make any progress. Green circuits. Actually, that's all I needed. Six of the decider combinators. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I actually should build these things somewhere. 81 of the yellow belt. 4 of those. 6 of the guys, not 50. Let's make that 10. 24 yellow inserters. 42 red belt. 4 red underground. Why? Oh, I must have something in their arms, do they? Not quite sure why that didn't load anything. It's better actually if these are just not not the stack filters, but just the filter inserters. I might get express filter inserters times 4. This is why it's really annoying not having the logistic boxes. The fact that I have to stand in here. It's to a sufficient degree that I might even just pause the recording and feed this guy kind of manually. Are you filling up? No. Why not? Have I got any of these? Yes, I've got 2 of them. Now I've got all 4, okay. Go away. That's better. Yeah, alright, I'm going to pause. And resuming with a bit of it built, I'm going to, I guess, try and stamp that image down again, now that a bit more has been built out by the bots. And maybe we could do another refresh just to get rid of some of this stuff. Yeah, maybe that wasn't such a good idea, actually. Very hard to read some of these things. We're still back here. Let's get a couple of these in here then. And what else? What else do we need? Oh, I need these hydro plants. I think we actually need 4. What are they, in fact? They level 3s. No, they're level 1s. Hydro plant level 1. Okay, let's see if I can build them. Of course not. I need some green circuits. I might even go out of the way just to push this over a bit. Green circuits. So I need 1, 2. I think I need all 4 of those actually. What else do we need? We need a couple of clarifiers. Another one, which would be iron. You're not loading anything because you're expecting stuff that we don't have. Loaded some stuff. I don't know if you do need that belt. We do need to get some pipe. And I actually need to get the pipes into the network. So I guess I might have to extend the network way up here. Put stone and pipe into it. Yeah, we're outside up here. So many items. We actually had most of them. I shouldn't have refreshed the requirement. So it's not actually loading anything. Oh, okay, so pipe. And need the blue ones apparently, overflow and top-ups. We pumps for tanks. We need 6 of these tanks. We probably do need all of these things, so we're missing iron again, of course. That's enough for 2. And we're missing steel and stone brick. Grab a bit of stone brick. Three, 4, 5, 6. 3 of those pumps. Now some valves. I think it's 2 of these and 4 of these. Clarifiers, we already have one. Need another one. And then I think we have most of the items. That it's actually ordering, which is not necessarily most of the items that we actually need. Now we have to let it unload from this warehouse, otherwise it won't come off these tallies. Either that, or once it has been set down, you then have to refresh again. So that is kind of an issue, I guess, for how much of the stuff do we have? Oh, not too much. All right, we'll just let all of this finish. I might pause again. And back. So I noticed that we needed an extra quester. Oh, and decider combinator. Because when we stamped it down again, there are additional ones in the area for that. Might let you go, even with just those 2. It's building out quite a lot. It hasn't got to pick up these guys. So what I need it to do is put down the station. Then I'm going to refresh, and it should probably get to around about here or something. It may need a little bit more of that belt. That's yellow belt. Maybe if I ordered another 100 of the base belt, get it past here. There. So we should be able to refresh, get rid of all those early things. Now, can I do this from the map? Yes. Other places where it does that silliness. Sure, I'm going to refresh again. 22, so there must still be some. Cannot see where. Never mind. If we can get it to pick up the belt. I guess these machines aren't particularly fast. We don't have enough of them or something, the robots. So I need some fast inserters. I need some stack filter inserters. It's all the way down to crystallizers. Warehouses, there you go. Aside from this one that shouldn't be there, should basically be complete at this point. So now it's leaching plants that we need to look at. Let's have a look at the recipe that we actually want. We want the one to build there. We want that. So we actually need 3 of these, not just 2. So we're going to have to double down on that. To get to the crystals, you need a leaching plant. No, we don't have those. Need an sorting for... Oh, they have to be 2s anyway. That's fine. So this is like a 1 second recipe. So to get to the crystals, we would need 2 of the Mark II leaching plants. That'd be 6 Mark II leaching plants. Is basically what I think we need. 6 Mark II leaching plants. Would be these things, which we can't do, so we'll have to do the Mark I's. Whoops, it's not there. The Mark I's. We need 6 of those. We'll need 8. That doesn't make sense. So we'll have to get 9, I guess, of the Mark I leaching plant. Short aluminium, concrete, brick. Maybe I should just put these guys on the bus. Although we're so close, I just want to finish it, so maybe I'll worry about that later. Putting everything off rather than building it on the bus, but we really need this titanium. Okay. Concrete bricks. Go over here to our supply. Concrete brick. Leaching plant, Mark. Patient cell leaching plant. Aluminium plate. Looks like our sped up aluminium. Is this aluminium? Yes. Process is doing just fine. So how many leaching plants can we build? 3 more. 1, 2, 3, and then we're out of brass. Is this one brass? Yep. Or 5, 6, and then we're out of concrete and advanced circuits. All the red circuits. Never remember their formal name. Red circuits. Where are we? Here we are. 2, 8. Makes sense, did it? 2, 9. And now we need to do some design work. So let's see. We are at 46 minutes. Take us to your destination. So what we need to do is one more of these, or one more of these somehow. Is there just one more process that we need? The leaching plant. Goes chunks to crystals, and we need acid. Okay, and one of these needs to be... Why don't I search on that so that I can keep finding it. I need rubite, which is that one. I need stirritite. Stirritite. And I need sapphirite. That's not going to work either. Alright, let's do this in a simpler way. Just copy that bit for starters. And there you go, we had some extra. Need to be sapphirite though. Do I have any more? No. Now, the good thing about this more advanced process is that there is a recycling, I guess, of some of the stuff that ends up down here. I'm going to pause just for another second. I'm going to turn the heat off. It's getting a bit warm again. All right, we're back. So least that's the stuff that we actually need now. All these pipes are probably totally wrong, and we somehow need to fit the leaching process in as well, which may mean that we need to cut this back to just 4. In fact, I think that is probably what I want to do. Starters. Another good reason to not do these big processes, except for the stuff, the slightly rarer stuff that really needs it. So that would mean we'd want to cut, bring that right back there. And probably right back here. And we probably want to do another cut of this lot. So is actually my best model of how I want all of this stuff to operate. So let's also cut this one. That back to maybe there. Which means we're going to need some landfill. Which I just so happen to have, as a matter of fact. Where did that go? We have some pipes here that are not quite how we want it, so let's just tell them what we think of them. Okay, that's going to be awkward. Would it work better on the other side? Try and balance it, I guess. In which case, has to go like so. You need to be the yellow. Can't mix fluids. You guys, no, not yellow. You're stirritite. Got this totally wrong. And your sapphirite. And you are saffron. Oh, can't mix fluids. Okay. So that will give us our chunks. Then we need our leaching. I don't know how much of this I actually want, so... Or what's the rate? 240. That deals with... So that's equal. If this is equal, it's probably way not. 180. So it's only 1.5 of these really that we need, but so be it. That's why it was 6 in the other formula. How many leaching plants? I think we need 3, but we could be wrong. Leaching. So what does leaching look like? Looks a bit like this. So you need sort of acid? Nitric acid, right. You need nitric acid, and I believe that the off product of this will give us nitric acid. Maybe we can refresh it now. New things. No, they just never got delivered. Fake then. Oh no, that's what it actually needs. Just didn't wait for it to update properly. Yes, that's a good list. That probably is what we need. Can I just take you off? So you don't seem to have picked up these guys. Oh yeah, you have picked up those guys. They're right there. So if we did a Control N, that is suggesting we're only consuming 90, so we're not even close to the number of leaching machines that we would need. Ouch. It was 4 leaching machines. That should work, right? Now it's 180, which is actually how much of this we'll be able to produce. So that should be fine. It might pay to offset this slightly. It's in range, isn't it? Maybe it doesn't think it is. Oh. Oh, we've only got the RoboPort 1 now. Did I pick up, or did they pick up the RoboPort 2? They have picked up the Roboport too. That is unfortunate. It's not the end of the world. Let's put the Roboport 2 back in here somewhere. Stay there. These robots can go and sort this out. So I guess that's what we're going to need. Right, copy. There's going to be a lot of pipe rerouting. And a lot of belt routing too, I guess. Just because I'm standing there? No. This is physically in the way. At least one of these is going to want to face this way. Like so. Better go on. You're not going to be that. You are going to be that one. That's sulfuric acid. And you guys are not going to be that. You're going to be that one, which is also sulfuric acid. So that is handy. Maybe Bob is having an off day and actually decided to be nice. I need another leaching plant. There we go. So what you'd have to wonder is what is the conversion of the nitric wastewater back to nitric acid and purified water rate relative to this. That's the critical question. And how do I fit in the hybrid processing? I just want to get a bit of a... So I've actually got slightly more room down here than I have up there. So instead of going this way, it might be best to put hybrid stuff out this way. Okay, let's do that then. Hybrid was these two in a crystallizer. I probably only need like 1 or 2 machines, but shall we see what happens if I'll get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Copy. Let's start with hang on. So I need to make some mineral catalyst and then I need to add crystal catalyst. Right, okay, so I probably want four pack, which makes the catalyst. This one, mineral catalyst. And then I want a 2-pack That makes the hybrid catalyst out of what we've got, which would be that, except I'm going to make hybrid catalyst so you don't actually have any need for pipes. Yeah. Like so. And that's probably not wide enough. So let's cut. Pull that back a little bit. Why is this even showing entry point there? I don't understand. Then we would have another another belt coming in here. Essentially is this belt, so we can take all of this off. And this picks up our... So we still need the crystal catalyst to be delivered here. Okay. Going to be like that, be like that. Do I have any left? No. You can be a near. So yes, this catalyst can come up through here. That'll give the hybrid catalyst. We haven't got an exit point for the hybrid. Okay. You output only to the far side. Then these guys will all output only to, well, these ones will be the near side, but I don't have any yellow inserters to make that one happen. So let's just see if there are any around. It doesn't look like it. Are we ordering any? No, we're not ordering any at the moment. Now we're ordering some. Okay, so yes, hopefully this guy will actually deliver the things that we need it to this time. Are we getting any of them? No, I might need to go there. Again, because of the lack of actual automation. So yeah, what I might do is, I think we've probably done enough for this episode. You've got the general gist of what we're trying to do. Let's just change these guys to what they're going to be as well, which is not that, it's titanium. It's that one. Titanium ore, and we need all of this set up just to do it. Fairly hard to expand it very much, but we might be able to. I'll go and get these last things that we're missing, and hopefully next time we join we'll actually have this set up and running, and we can focus on the next phase, which is actually using the titanium ore to create titanium plates inside the base. Thanks for watching. Look forward to seeing you next time. Bye bye for now.